I'm Chris Sheehan. I'm the EVP of High Tech and AI at Applause. I manage two parts of our business. So the first part is I manage our high tech vertical, and then I also manage our AI practice. When you have an end product, if you're trying to figure out if it's going to be intuitive and trustworthy and safe, I often use a framework that looks at what I call EUC. So E is explainability. You as a user, do you understand why a model is providing you a particular answer? So if you look at the best products out there at the moment, when you get an answer, you can go to the underlying sources that the model has used to verify whatever the answer may be. So that's explainability. Next is the user controls. You want to be in control of your data. As you're interacting, you want to know, is my data being used to train the model or not? Can I delete my data? Can I delete my chats? How is my data being used in this system? So you give control back to the user. The final one is consistency. If you're using a reasoning model, you see typically that it will start to lay out, here's what it's doing, step by step by step. So you can see consistently how the model is thinking and how it's reasoning. If it comes up with an answer that says, I can't answer that, the model should be able to tell you why. So that's the consistency part. And then it becomes very intuitive and you have confidence in the system. So typically when you're training AI, you start with a pre-trained model. So a pre-trained model takes everything from the internet and other sources of data, but it's not necessarily very useful for the particular domain or capability that you need it to do. You need to further train it. So this is post-training. This is where you need humans, you need experts, you need other data sources to start to train it. Could be a specific domain. Legal is a very prime example. So your general models won't be trained on all the legal data that's out there, nor will they necessarily have all the legal experts looking at it and helping to train it. And when you think about it traditionally, QA is answering the question of, does it work as intended? And so you have exploratory testing, you have test scripts, does it pass or fail? In the age of AI, you have to take into account what they call a non-deterministic system. You don't know what the answer is going to be. So you need to adjust, you need to take your traditional QA and you need to expand it out. The main way you expand it out is to do evaluations. So evals are tests that measure the performance of the model or the application. And so you think of evals and the sort of baseline will be things like accuracy, tone, coherence of the answer, was it personalized? And then the next level is safety and compliance. How safe was it? How compliant was it? You need those two things to interact, and then you need to also test from different personas. Particularly for agents and agentic workflows, there will be different personas that use it, and the model will react differently to the context of that persona. So you need to develop these evaluation frameworks, and then you need to test from these different personas. It's an extension of our traditional QA, but you need a holistic framework now to deal with agents and agentic systems. We provide a number of AI solutions to our enterprise clients. The AI training and testing market is developing so fast, but there's three key areas that we're helping our clients in. So the first is something called multimodal. So when these AI models came out, they were mainly text-based. They've now shifted to incorporate video, audio, images. And so we provide massive amounts of that sort of data set to our clients, not only in traditional machine learning models, but also to improve the multimedia experiences. The second area is around safety. We do a lot of safety testing. It's known as red team testing, to identify and help fix vulnerabilities in these models and applications. The third area is we're moving from simple chatbots to agentic workflow. So as you move from agentic workflow, you need to do evaluation, evals. So these are just tests that measure the performance of the model or the application. So we work with our clients to come up with specific evaluation rubrics depending on the use case in the domain. And we go and execute those, and then we help them improve the application, understanding where the evals may be weak and where they may be strong.